Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Salakia. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Call halal Yahweh Hashem Shabbat Shem Kodash. Double honor to the elder apostles and elder bishops, a great millstone, even the elders that came before them that taught us His truth. Shabbat Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity, the old tabernacle of David. I'm the brother Yashawan, Salakia, the elder Yashawan. Shabbat Shalom and salutations to you all. Okay, so go on this righteous spiritual rabbit hole. Okay, I gotta say that correctly because I don't know. So we're gonna move in the spirit, but I watched a little bit of this. GMS keep pushing this brother. Not quite sure what his name is, but I watched a little more evils from Yahweh Shem Yosha. A lot of this is about what's going on in Indiana. Okay? And if you're as old as I am, right? And you remember the 60s, right? Which I do. I was a young child. And the biggest thing that was going on in like 67 was the Jackson 5. Okay? And the Jackson 5 was this thing. It had to do, I don't know, it had to do with Jake waking up. And Jake exploding on the world scene, right? Something was happening at that time. Okay, so anyway, when you speak of the Jackson 5, everybody knows that was what they call there from the beginning. What we saw when they came on the world stage, it was a phenomenon, right? And then you had the Osmonds and the boy bands and the whole thing. So, but the point I'm making is, where were they from? They were from Gary. And if you remember all of that, everybody, oh, they're from Gary, Indiana. I'm going back to Indiana. Right? The whole thing. Okay? Now, what am I getting at here? All right? What the hell is going on? Let's watch a little bit of this and then I'll get to what I'm getting at. Mainly, who is smoking Joe Jackson and who is smoking Joe Jackson's family. Okay? And why did they choose Gary? Why are
Still out of power 2 weeks later.
NIPSCO full of shit. They ain't did nothing for us.
I'm in Gary, Indiana, a majority black city where tens of thousands of people have been without power.
So we know the story. Everybody knows the story. Here's the thing. Why? Why are they doing this? Okay? And I'm sure that they have, for the, they're bringing in the data centers and da-da-da-da. Yeah. Yep. But wouldn't that be the carnal reason? That's the carnal reason, right? What would be the spiritual reason? I saw this thing the other day. Let me see. Let's get this real quick. You bring it on a precept talk. Here you go. Let's get one. This is for the hopeful elect. Let's see. This is preventing me here. What are we doing? Wow. Look at this. Okay. 242. This is easy. Sometimes you just got to get this approved. See, am I speculating? No. I'm walking in the spirit. Spirit walk. This is a spirit walk into the realm of GAD. The GAD, see, GAD has to do with this whole spirit walk. 2 Corinthians 2 and 11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of us. We know what is going on here. So what's going on in Gary? Okay? Well, whatever they're doing, right? They chose Gary. Why did they choose Gary? Well, something's coming out of Gary. What's coming out of Gary? The excellence of Jake. In the spirit, we got to get 1 Corinthians real quick. Got to establish where we're coming from here. First Cor 2. 14. This is one of the most important precepts in the Bible. 1 Corinthians 2 and 14. But the natural man, this is one of the most important, because if you're not dealing on this level, you don't understand shit. Period. 1 Corinthians 2 and 14. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High, for they are foolishness unto him. You can just stop right there. If you don't understand this, it's foolishness unto you. The whole rest of it is foolishness. You got to come this way. Neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned. And then it goes on. Okay, the Spirit is essential. Elder Gabar from Gok. Elder Gabar from Gok. Okay, anyway, we had to do that. We got to establish a foundation. Okay, so now that we're dealing in the Spirit, all right, this is what we see on the ground. What do we see on the ground? Well, they're showing you what they have planned on the ground. They're not showing you why. Why? Oh, well, let's throw something. Oh, because, or let me ask you this. Why did you turn your weather machine and cause, some hurricane, whatever the hell you did, and then you shut the power? Why are you running this operation on the Gadites of Gary? Who are they? I saw this thing. Forgot what it was on. But let's see if we can find it. It was Michael Jackson's grandmother. M-I-C-H-A-E-L. Jackson's. Joe Jackson's mom or something. Grandmother. And they had her and she's looking like a Gadite. G-R-A-N-D. Let's see if we can get that picture. Michael Jackson's grandmother was like a Gadite. Here she is right here. Here's the picture that I saw. They don't want us to see it. But here she is. That's GAD. If that's, okay, I look like Smoking Joe right there. So if that's Smoking Joe's daddy, okay, now who are these people? What am I getting at? Okay, these people are exceptional. Okay, these people are exceptional, aren't they? That's GAD. Something's going on that they're trying. Here she is right here. Look at this. Running from me. Look at her. Okay, I want that. Okay, so who are those people, and why are they smoking them out? Why are they in? Okay, something about them. This is how Esau thinks. Going back to 2 Corinthians 2 and 2. We're not ignorant. Yeah, on the ground, you're putting up data centers, but what are you really doing? What are you really doing? What are you really doing in Gaza? That's what you're really doing. To these people, to these Gadites. Why? They're exceptional. We got to stop this. What's in the water? In Gary, it must be something in the water they drink. It's been the same with every girl I had. Must be something in the water they drink. Why else would a woman ever treat a man so bad? That was the prince, right? Prince Rogers. That was his daddy. And that's another story, but one of them was Mozart, clearly, and they know that. Anyway, who are these Gadites? And see, they went clear. Oh, this is Michael. This is what I saw. I didn't see this. I didn't see Smoking Joe's daddy. That's something entirely different. That's the Gadite. This is the line. That's the lineage. Okay? Would it have anything to do with this? What did Mike say at the end? Ooh, Choctaw. Okay, so you could get some information. You could get some information. So, uh, I'm just saying, could it be something like this that they're afraid of? Could it be this that they're afraid of? Jim, what is it? Genesis 49. Is it 19? Gen 49:19, right? Would this shed any light on why they're over there trying to exterminate Mike's excellent line over there? Let's see, 19. GAD, Choctaw, a troop shall overcome him. Well, they wiped Mike out, didn't they? But this is what they're afraid of, right there. But he shall overcome at the last. Uh-oh. How about that? So what have they done? They called out the cavalry. They sent the weapons over there. They're doing what? They're doing this. Genesis 47. What is it? 27. Genesis 27. Let me see. What are they doing right now? See, we can look in the crystal ball. And I don't mean divination. I mean facts and proof. Proving all things. Genesis. What? 27? I'm guessing right now. What did he do? 27:41? I'm guessing. Let's see. That's it. Okay. Here's what's going on. Genesis 27:41. And Esau hated Jacob. Why? Because of the blessing. Michael Jackson. We gotta cut it off at the root. What line is going on? What's in the water over there in Gary? Esau hated Michael Jackson because he got the Beatles catalog. You understand? Talk about, I outsmarted them all. I outsmarted them. Like, we're going to kill you, nigga. And Prince. All right. Salakia. Because you niggers, we can't do it without you. You're blessed with the talent, and we got to use you for the money. The sign right here. Salakia. Genesis 27:41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. Right? Before he rises up and takes me down, because I see that Gad, we took him down, we overcame him, but he's about to come back, so I better get my affairs in order. And here's him doing that. Okay? So, when you look at the scriptures, right, here we are. What does this say? The days of mourning are my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother, right? At the end, right? How does this nigga knoweth that he hath but a short time? He knows how to read the tea leaves, right? But short. But a short. This nigga knoweth that he hath but a short. So he's walking around as a roaring lion, seeing whom he may devour. And that would start with Gad. Oh, Gad's coming for me. He's gunning. He's going to get me. Revelation 12:12. Therefore, rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Mike sneaked up the back. We did cut him off, but we better seal the deal now, because it says right here in the tea leaves that they're going to circle the wagons and gonna be like Custer all over again. As a roaring lion. You see, this is the time when, and this is how you understand lion. This is how you understand, right? How to proceed. What's going on in Gary? Well, two things. Taking the land, that's what we do. But who's over there? Who's in Gary? Steel mill, the steel town. Who actually owns? See, when you get into the fact that Michael Jackson is a what? He's an Indian. And part of what tribe? Well, what is that tribe? You know, who's over there? Who are they killing? And why? It's deeper than that. All right? So I'm going to go ahead and end. And it's just a thought. It's just a spiritual rabbit hole. See, those people are trapped there in Gary. You don't just move. There's generations going back. Generations of who? I have a spiritual inclination to believe that that's the tribe of Gad. And excellence, right? Why? Why excellence? Right? Let's see if we can find it. Let me find it on the phone. The harder they drove the slaves, right? The more what? Babies they had. I'll just leave it right there. Okay? The more hell they put on them, the Most High chasteneth what? Why does he chasten? Because he loves you. But what is he doing? He's strengthening you. Michael Jackson is hell. The Jacks, whatever they went through, right? Which was all wicked, don't get me wrong. But in the greater scheme of things, who are they? Apparently they're the Choctaw. Ain't nobody saying that. Okay. I see Esau running over there to try to, eradicate something over there. At the same time, he's trying to cover. See, this is what this devil does. Whenever Jake, and there's some gold, Jake is sitting on some gold. Tulsa. Right? What does Esau do? Well, let's get the water hose, nigga. Let's go cover that shit. He's the anointed cherub that covereth. Okay? 1 Peter 5 and 8 in the English Standard. Be sober. Slocket. Be sober-minded. Be watchful. Your adversary, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion seeking someone to devour. We got to get them Gadites. We got to stop another Michael Jackson from coming up and clowning us, talking about, I outsmarted them all. They think I'm just a little dancing, but I'm a Gadite. They changed the history books. Tommy Mottola's the devil. Michael's out there telling the truth. All right. Little boy from Gary grows up and sees the world and finds out the truth. Right? Kick me. Kick me, spike me, don't you black or white me. All right. Anyway, yeah, he went heads up with the devil, right? But he forgot he shook the devil's hand. So anyway, long story short, to see your way through what is coming, you have to see in the spirit. Don't just look at what's going on the ground. You have to see a spiritual picture. Everything, right, is balance. As above, so below, so to speak. Okay? For the Most High are in heaven, and you are on the ground, on the earth. Okay? So there's two things. Um, I'll say it like this in a way that you can understand. Oh, you just said, as above, so below. Okay, I'll say it like this in a way that you can understand. On earth as it is in heaven. All right? So with that, you have to be alert. You have to be sober because your enemy, he's got you sized up. He's waiting for the appropriate time. He knows where we're at. He's just waiting. Everybody's waiting. Sleeper cells are waiting. You understand? Everybody's waiting for their signal. And the Most High has the whistle. With that, we pray that the elect are edified, you brothers and few sisters. Shabbat shalom to you all.